Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Zancath, the halfling fighter.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Ivan, an orc fighter and former crusader.
I'm Ashley, and I play Aklep the druid, a former member of the Burning Mammoth.
I'm Pavel, and I'm playing Lucalo, the skeleton sorcerer.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, the heroes visited the Broken Tusk following and had a long chat with their old friend Andreas. They gathered some equipment, disciplined some children, and then set out to deal with griffins. After slowly and carefully climbing a hill with griffin nests on it, they were suddenly attacked by a griffin that leaped from the other side of the hill, diving down at poor Ivan.
I mean, suddenly doesn't feel like the correct term here, because
Eventually.
let's be honest.
Eventually attacked.
God, they move fast.
Indeed.
Oh.
They seem to have a fly speed of about 60 feet. And this creature, one action, uses Pounce. The griffin strides and makes a talon strike at the end of that movement. It began this action hidden, which means that it remains hidden until after the attack, which means that, unfortunately, Ivan is off guard to this attack. So here it comes. 21. Does that hit your off guard armor class?
Misses.
Misses. Oh my gosh. All right. So, wow. That was a terrible roll on my behalf. I couldn't even hit you with my full attack bonus with you off guard. Got to do better. All right. And then it's going to make an attack. Let's see. It's an agile weapon. The Talon is an agile weapon. So I'll make another attack with the Talon. 29 to hit. And you are not off guard against it now.
Yikes.
It hits.
Okay.
I will shield block.
Ah. All right, 14 points of damage that you have to block with that shield. So you've used your reaction.
Do not like.
And then with its last action, I will take another attempt to swipe at you with a Talon. It almost certainly won't hit. A 16. No.
Oh, wait. That was one too many, because it moved.
Oh, no, the Pounce action is both an
Pounce
attack.
Pounce is part of the move.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a move and an attack.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
But I get it. Stupid griffins.
That brings us back to Aklep.
Okay, Aklep is not surprised, but yep, that checks out.
You can see the art on the token. Do you want me to pull up the full art? Would that be...
I don't want to see how cute this thing is going to murder us.
Now I definitely want to pull up the...
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
the small image is already pretty adorable.
It is honestly so... I want those eggs in real life.
That might be harder to do for you, Ashley.
Yes.
Oh, it is super cute.
That is pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's not cute at all. What's the matter with you guys?
It's adorable.
It's petable, for
but,
sure.
It's got that, cat about to claw your energy, but, in 3 seconds it's going to start licking you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, my dog just bites, but, playfully.
It has a snow owl's wings and head and sort of shoulders and I guess front claws too.
Yeah.
But then a snow leopard's hindquarters.
Is it a snow leopard? It looks kind of tan.
Yeah, I suppose it'd be a snow leopard, but you're right. It looks more like a regular leopard.
It's summer print.
Maybe it's a summer coat. Yeah.
Sure. You can see this creature, and it has interposed itself between Ivan and the nest. What do you want to do?
Aklep is still sneaking. He sneaks one, and then he... Casting a spell would take you out of sneak, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you will be obvious. Your position will be obvious if you cast a spell.
I'm not going to... Not sneaking. We're just walking up here, being cool, and then Aklep will cast a spell, and it's Ash Cloud, and
Is
it's
that a one-action spell?
20-foot burst. Oh no, that's too many actions. It's so many actions. Okay.
You could issue an order to Grifka.
Well, I moved once, and
You moved once? I thought you moved twice.
no, because I'm not sneaking. Because I know if I cast a
you're not
spell,
sneaking.
it's
Okay,
not
right,
going
okay.
to be a sneak. So
Okay,
there's
I see.
point.
All right, so you moved once. You got 2 actions left then. So you could cast a spell.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of magic spell we can cast. We're going to be real basic, and we're going to cast needle darts
All right.
on this guy. So I need to make a spell attack roll. Oh, it's a 31.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's actually a natural 20.
Yeah, a natural 20. It's a critical success, so they're
That's
going to
right.
take double damage and 3 bleed damage.
Ouch.
Awesome.
How much damage?
I'm going to roll the damage, which is, and then double. It's doubled. So 16 times 2,
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
and then 3 bleed damage, which we can accept Pavel's 3 bleed damage. I'm sure it's the same.
Yep. I've dragged it onto the griffin. We'll see if it'll work automatically. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
All right, so Aklep, this creature saw you. It's not surprised by you, but it was not expecting you to skewer it with a swarm of metallic darts from out of nowhere. And you pepper it with these darts and badly injure it. And it cries out.
Grifka can still move. He's going to move, but he's still sneaking, though.
Okay.
He moves 10 feet, and he's, like, hiding behind Zancath.
Okay.
He's much bigger than Zancath.
I don't think he is. I think he's, like, the same size as she
No,
is.
he's medium, and Zancath is
I'm small.
Oh.
Trying him crouching down, very obviously visible.
She just has, like, a glowing out.
Did somebody set a fire behind Zancath? What's happening here?
All right, and after Aklep, we're now in the next round. Since we're at the top of the order, another griffin leaps from behind this hill and lands next to the other griffin and next to Ivan, and it also makes its pounce attack with its talon.
Hey, thanks for taking one for the team there, Ivan.
That's a 21, which is another miss.
Good.
I don't know why I'm doing so badly with those first rolls. Even though you're off guard against them, I still can't hit you.
I'm under protection of Tall Jim.
And its second talon swipe is only a 13. That's a miss. The third one, 18, is also a miss. So it misses you 3 times. And Lou, it's your turn.
Okay, Lou is going to get within 30 feet of these things. So Lou's going to advance. Ooh, I see the griffins, I see the eggs, I see the abandoned, well, not abandoned, I see the old nests. And I see a griffin who has been attacking Ivan. I'm going to cast Fear on it.
Oh, okay.
You can target up to 5 creatures
Oh,
if it's heightened.
it is.
I still don't really understand what heightened means.
Oh, shall I wait until more of my review? Now, I'll go ahead and target both of these guys, and I have to make a DC 21 will save. One sec, let me see how many creatures I can affect as a first rank spell, because actually...
Ooh, I'm
don't
getting
know.
attacked by 2 giant birds. You must do something.
Okay, third rank it is. I'm going to cast Fear on both of them as a third rank
Okay.
spell.
So they make will saves.
Yes.
We have a 10 and a 22.
Yeah, 22. The 22 saves as a success, which means it's frightened 1, and the failure is frightened 2, unless it does not happen to be a critical failure, does it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, excellent. In that case, not only is it frightened 3, it's also fleeing for 1 round.
All right, on its turn, it will have to flee.
Get out of here.
So you cast this spell. What does it look like when you cast this spell on these griffins?
Um,
Do we see anything? They just suddenly become afraid.
Lou's gonna basically just stand up, take the gloves off his hands, and go, boo! And just that.
Okay. Well, the griffin that attacked Ivan first is spooked, and it's clearly turning to run away. The other one just looks a little confused. And Zancath, what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to feint that I'm moving towards them to attack. So that's a deception check.
All right. Against which one?
The one on the right.
Okay.
It's a 25.
Against its will DC?
I don't know. We have this conversation every time. It doesn't say on my cheat sheet. Target's perception DC.
What did you roll?
25.
That is a success. You have successfully deceived this creature.
Cool. It's off guard to me then.
All right.
So I'm going to shoot it with my short bow. Question. Was that a critical success against its perception?
No, it was not.
Okay. I had something. If it was, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to shoot it. That's a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice.
And because it's off guard, I get my sneak attack. That's 10 damage. Why is it with bows? I always roll terrible.
You haven't rolled the sneak attack damage yet, right?
Yeah, it's in there. 2d6. 1d6 for the bow, 2d6
wow, that's
for
from
the sneak attack.
3d6? Wow.
Always roll terrible with the bow.
Okay, interesting. All right. And anything else?
It's no longer off guard because that only lasts for a turn. Because it wasn't a critical, it's only one
Okay.
attack. And I'm just going to try to shoot it again. 28 to hit. That is a nat 20.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this creature rears back as you hit it with the first arrow, and then you shoot it right in the chest with the second arrow.
Sadly, there's no sneak attack on that one. But it is deadly, so that's 15 damage.
Ouch. A solid blow. The creature appears pretty badly wounded by that. And that means it's Ivan's turn. Ivan, you've got these two creatures right in front of you. One of them is about to turn and flee.
Yes, Ivan will strike it, the one that is not running.
Okay.
A 32 to hit the big bird.
Oh,
Nice.
that is a critical
How's that?
hit.
Awesome.
How do you have a plus 16?
That's such a good bonus to hit. My God.
Oh, guys, Ivan is serious. That's 20 damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this creature is in terrible shape. It cries out and it looks back toward the nest and looks at you.
God, I don't feel good about this one.
Ivan will use Exacting Strike, which is an attack that basically just means if he misses, his third attack could be at the same bonus as the second, but only if he misses.
That's kind of cool.
So he will strike at the one that's he just hit with a 19 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oh, well, he will roll again. He'll use his third action to try to hit it again. 29,
That is a hit, not a critical.
12 damage.
Oh, okay. This creature is badly injured, limping. You're not forcing it to flee, but it looks like it might choose to. All right? And that means it is the first griffin's turn. And this griffin flees. So it steps away from you, moves toward the nest, and then moves again away from you. It's going to sort of hide there. All right? And then the other griffin...
It's got to bleed.
Oh, it does have to bleed. You're right.
I think
Nice.
he did it.
Did it do it automatically?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I
Okay.
think you
That's
have
awesome.
to take the damage.
Oh, and I
like
have
you
to roll a flat check to see if I can make the bleed effect go away. And it succeeds. So that effect goes away.
Oh.
Ooh.
And so then there's a third griffin that leaps out from behind the nest and lands next to Ivan here. And it also pounces and tries to hit Ivan, and watch it fail. Ivan is off guard to it. That's a
Oof.
total of 17. Terrible,
I feel like
terrible,
that was
terrible.
a really terrible roll, yeah.
And a 12 and a 23. None of those hit, right?
That misses.
Yeah, so
Nope.
this griffin leaps out and swipes at Ivan, but Ivan's armor is just too tough. And the claws just bounce off of his armor. It looks with concern at the very badly injured griffin. The very badly injured griffin takes a 5-foot step away from Ivan. Oh, and by the way, its frightened condition ticks down one, right?
Yes.
The same thing's true for this other one. Its frightened condition also ticks down one. And after stepping away, it retreats to the nest and then just sort of cowers over the eggs. And that is that griffin's turn. Lou, it's your turn. There's a griffin next to Ivan, and then two griffins have sort of retreated. Aklep, you get to go.
Aklep is going to cast a spell. The spell is all three of my actions, and it's Ash Cloud.
Okay.
And it is a tumultuous cloud of ash and smoke, which is difficult terrain for flying creatures.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh,
Creatures
very
in the
cool.
cloud can't detect anything using their sense of smell, and creatures that start their turn within the cloud take 2d4 of fire damage as their lungs fill with hot, acrid smoke.
Oh.
All right,
Yikes.
that is almost certainly going to kill the griffin that is hiding and cowering over the eggs.
All right, so let's place the
Aw.
20-foot burst.
Yeah.
And cooks the eggs
Oh, yeah.
in the
That-
omelets.
It will actually probably destroy the eggs, too.
Oh no!
Hard-boiled eggs.
That's very sad, but also probably a good thing because
Yeah, it's probably for the
these
best.
are dangerous for the following.
Will it
Okay.
destroy them or hard-boil them?
I guess they could be hard-boiled. I'll give you a little extra bit of information because you made that nature check earlier about griffins. You think you could probably calm them and get them to back off as long as you don't approach their nests any closer. But you could also just get rid of them and eliminate the threat.
Yeah, I think our intent is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we want to get rid of them because they're a danger to us and other people in the valley.
Yeah, Jessica doesn't love it, but that is my thinking.
I mean, I don't know that Aklep is like, he's a druid that wants to kill things, but he, just probably thinks that is not a good threat to have around.
Yeah.
There's the text. So they have to do a fortitude save, and critical success, they're unaffected, but with a success, they just take half damage, and a failure is full damage, and they're dazzled for 1 round. Oof.
The griffin on the nest rolls a 30.
Oh, that's going to save because it's a DC 21.
It's a success, but not a critical success.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that's next to Ivan rolls a 23, which is also a success, but not a critical success.
Okay.
So they both succeed, but not critically. So they are going to take some damage. They're going to take half damage.
All right. So for 2d4 fire damage, I rolled a 6, so they'll take 3 fire damage.
All right. That actually knocks the griffin on the nest exactly unconscious and causes 3 points of damage to the griffin that is next to Ivan, and it can't see and also can't fly.
Okay. And Grifka just kind of like sneaks walking forward. I don't know why he's still sneaking. He is, though.
Okay. The griffin on the nest is basically unconscious, at least for now. I guess on its turn, does it take more damage? Being in the cloud, does the cloud persist?
The cloud will persist.
Oh yeah, it takes more fire damage. That kills the griffin that is on the nest. And also the eggs are going to be, cooked as well.
Sorry, eggs. I'm sorry. I did want a baby griffin, but honestly, it could have been a pretty dangerous pet to take back to the following.
Also, I'm sorry, Griffin. I don't feel good about this one, but okay.
Lou, it's your turn.
Okay, Lou is going to double check that he's within 30 feet of this griffin, and he is not. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. Lou is going to take a couple of steps forward behind Zancath, and he's going to cast Void Warp on this thing. It has to make a DC 21 Fortitude save.
23.
Oh, okay. So it takes half damage then, I believe.
No, it's basic.
No.
It's a success on a basic save, which means it takes half damage.
Well, I thought it was basic meant it takes none on a... Okay, never mind. That's better. Cool.
So 4 points of damage.
Yep, and that's it.
You hit it with this Void Warp spell. It takes some weird negative energy or void damage.
Yep, weird spooky lights come out of Lou's hands.
All right, Zancath, it's your turn. You can't really see a lot that's going on. You can see part of this griffin sticking out of the cloud. You can't see the griffin that's on the other side of the cloud.
I'm trying to decide if the one that's in the cloud is going to be off guard to me at all, because I don't think it is.
I can't think of a reason that it would be.
Okay, I don't know what dazzled does. If it's dazzled,
It's partially obscured.
it didn't fail. None of them failed, so it's not dazzled. Okay, can I feint a thing that is in an ash cloud and maybe can't really see me?
It's concealed, which means it's hard to see because of thick fog or some other obscuring feature, which means if you want to hit it, you need to make a DC 5 flat check.
Did I need to do that as well?
Yeah, you would also need to do that.
That doesn't answer the fainting
Yeah, I'm
question.
sorry. You can feint against it if you want
Okay.
to.
Okay, I'm going to make the flat roll. Well, that's a 1, so
Okay.
I can't see it.
But Lou succeeded on his, so he was able to hit it. But what that means is you attack, but the attack just misses. You hit
Okay.
fog instead of the creature.
Okay, I'm going to feint
Okay.
first. So I did use an attack, so the multiple attack penalty will apply to the next.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to try fainting first. That's a 19.
I mean, really what's going on is you do your normal action,
Yeah.
and that means that first you feint, then you attack, then we roll the flat check, you miss, then you attack again, or whatever you want to do with your third action.
Okay.
That's really how it ought to have gone. However, I didn't explain that clearly enough, so go ahead and feint. You rolled a 19.
19.
That does not beat his perception DC.
Okay, so I'm going to attack it. It's a 26 to hit.
That is
so
a
now
hit.
I need the flat roll, which is an 18.
That is a success.
And so I'm just going to do basic damage. 5. Half of what I rolled when I rolled 3d6.
Yeah. So an arrow goes into the fog, and you hear the creature cry out. Ivan, there's a creature next to you concealed by this fog. It's trying to swipe at you. What do you want to do?
I'm good to attack it. 35 to hit.
That's a critical hit.
Do I have to flat check as well?
I'm going to say yes.
I don't like it. 16.
That is a success. You hit the creature with a critical hit.
24 damage.
Ooh.
Ouch. Okay.
We're going to use Exacting Strike again in case this rolls low. The second attack with the minus 5% penalty is 19.
That is a miss.
Okay, he'll use that third attack with Exacting Strike, and that's just a 17, so that's still a miss.
Also a miss.
Okay, that's the turn.
So the griffin that is on the other side of this ash cloud, you don't know what it does. You maybe hear some flapping.
I think we know what it did.
The griffin that's right next to Ivan, let's see, it's going to take a stride and then a stride to get out of this ash cloud, but it's going to take some damage first. So how much damage is that it takes when it's in the cloud?
2d4. Well, it has to do a fortitude save, or does
Yep.
it? Yeah.
Does it have to do it every time?
I don't know.
Creatures that start their turn within the cloud take 2d4 fire damage as their lungs with a fortitude save. Yep. Okay, so fortitude save 27. It succeeds.
Definitely got that.
It's going to take half damage. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
All right. Half of 7 is 3.
All right, so 3 more points of damage. This creature is furious. It's going to vent its anger with its one remaining attack with a beak attack on Ivan with just a pitiful little 17.
Miss.
I'm rolling really bad for these attack rolls, folks. I think I've rolled mostly 3s and 4s.
Yeah, that's rough.
Good.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Aklep, what do you want to do?
Aklep will cast Produce Flame. Make a spell attack against the griffin with fire. It's a 22 to hit.
It's a hit.
Cool. So it's going to do 4d4 fire damage, which the roll is 11.
Okay, this creature is in bad shape. You throw a ball of flame at it. It strikes it, singes a bunch of feathers. The creature cries out.
And then I will issue a command to Grifka, who is going to close the distance between him and the griffin. And then he will do his tendril strike against it. He hasn't hit anything in quite a while, and
No,
he needs to.
Didn't even know he had tendrils.
He has a 22 to hit.
that is a hit.
That's so cool. So proud of him. And he does 2d6 plus 3 fire damage, so 13.
Ooh.
Grifka kills this griffin.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Oh, Grifka never gets the kill.
Yeah, I know. This was pretty exciting for him. And there's like a little Final Fantasy victory song. And after he like... so, I mean, his attack is called Tendril. I don't quite know how that works. I guess like a tendril of fire comes out of his fist and just whips that griffin across the nose, beak, and it knocks him out.
All right. The griffin collapses to the ground.
It's more of a cartoon death because, you know, it's a little birdie.
Lou, you're next. You look around. You can't see that other griffin through this ash cloud. What do you want to do?
Is the ash cloud still there, or did
It lasts
Aklep...
for a minute.
Okay, I didn't know if Aklep had to maintain it, or if it just stayed. Cool.
Although I think
Okay.
you could probably dismiss it if you really wanted to, but if you take an action. But, yep, so it's still there. Do you want to do anything, Lou?
Yeah, Lou sees no threats, but he is going to move. He's going to kind of move around, and he's going to start advancing over to these 2 abandoned nests, and he's going to put himself right in between the 2 of them.
Okay. As you're standing there, you can see in the distance a third griffin flapping away.
Okay. And does it look like it's just completely fleeing the area, not like...
It's leaving.
I shout at my team, the third one's flapping away into the distance. I don't think it's coming back.
Yep, and I will click End Encounter.
Probably further than 60 feet away?
Oh, yes.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, you can end it.
Okay. With that, Lou, you're looking around these old nests, and I guess make a perception check as you're searching.
Perception check.
Anybody that wants to, if you want to search some of these nests, make a perception check.
Sure.
There's a 24 to the ones on the right.
I'll head to the ones on the left.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking for any kind of humanoid remains.
Okay. Well, you actually find several humanoid remains.
Ugh.
But Lou, you are the first to spot it.
Aklep has smoke in his eyes. You can't see nothing.
These abandoned nests are filled with broken bones of various animals and humanoids. After a quick search, you see an ancient, weather-worn metal and stone piece of jewelry. It could be a holy symbol. It depicts a circle ringed by squares. That's the only interesting item that you find in these bones and other detritus.
Do I remember when Lou had his mental flashback to being carried away by griffins? Do I happen to remember if the body I was inhabiting was wearing that?
Let me see, because I don't remember either.
I don't remember, in your narration, I don't remember it being specifically mentioned.
There's nothing in my notes, but that certainly doesn't mean that there wasn't a mention of it.
Yeah, the symbol does not ring a bell to me, so I don't know, maybe I can do like a history check. Other history checks?
Society is what they use for history now.
Ah.
No, you don't remember anything about having some sort of holy symbol or religious symbol.
Okay.
But it does look, unique and interesting.
Can I do a religion check to see if I can figure out?
Make a religion check if you like.
Religion check. That is a 13.
I'll say it does seem to be some kind of holy symbol, but it's not a holy symbol of a god or religion that you're familiar with.
Can I try?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll show it to. I'll lift it up out of the nest and kind of show it around to the rest of the team.
I got a natural 20, which is a 31.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's definitely a holy symbol. It is probably some sort of local religion of one of these local god callers. You're not sure which one. It looks like it's quite old. But it is, even with a 31, you would guess that it is now some extinct religion or non-existent god caller locally worshipped.
Oh my gosh, it's foresight.
But it's definitely a holy symbol. And that circle, Aklep, reminds you of the stone circle, and the squares remind you of the pillars around the stone circle. So it probably is affiliated with the place where those spirits said you needed to return him.
Which skeleton was this on?
There isn't really a skeleton anymore. There's just a pile of scattered bones.
Yeah, Lou just kind of picks up a handful of bones and shrugs and drops them all.
I think this is our guy.
Now, Ivan, as you're searching the area, you see, as you're looking around, that you have a pretty good view of the valley from here, though there are some mountain peaks partially blocking your view. You can see the river that flows by the Calamity Caves, continuing to the east, but you can also see a tall, rocky promontory with a clear path leading up to it, just a short distance away to the south, and it looks over the valley. It would be an excellent position for scouting nearby locations without anything obscuring your view.
Hey, everyone, there looks to be a tall, rocky, big word that I haven't heard in a long time to the south of us that we should check out.
Did I find anything? I had a 20. I was searching the other nest.
Yeah, you also, you don't find anything interesting in the nests, but
Okay.
you also spot that rocky promontory, and you think that's probably the place that Vare was talking about, a place where you could view the valley.
Yeah.
There's no other interesting treasure here, despite this fight. There is no treasure to be had from these creatures.
That is so depressing.
Yep. Thanks, Paizo.
Would Paizo have let you take the eggs, the griffin eggs, and hatch them?
Was that something you could do?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know?
No, probably not.
It wasn't it. They had nothing about the eggs in there.
I want to know.
I mean, I'll tell you if you want to know.
Yes.
I want to know.
Yeah, it has specific stuff about what happens if you take the nest back to the following and raise a bunch of griffins.
Ooh.
It actually
Aw.
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
I like how they thought of that, but not of the name for that third triplet.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Follow-up questions. Do they give names for the 5 griffins?
No.
Oh, okay.
It would have taken way too long for them to get big enough to be useful, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Yeah. If there's nothing else, we head up to the vantage point, and I have a lovely looking glass that I spent a bunch of money on
Yeah.
to use.
Yeah, so with that looking glass, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reveal some extra stuff.
Woo!
Noise.
I'm going to reveal some nearby hexes. Some of them
Cool.
kind of don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, okay. A nice little desert to the
It's
south.
another creepy desert one. in the middle of mountains, which is weird.
Another mountain to the southeast and to the south.
Definitely a mutant base to the west for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking scarred land from Dragon or something.
More mountains ringing the valley.
Yeah, there are more demon activity. Those demons.
Looks like we're getting the kind of the outline of the valley, all the mountains around it.
Whoa, that spyglass. Look at that. Nice.
Ooh, another little desert spot, another little grassland to the east.
Money well spent.
Yeah, so you can see a long way away, but those are the limits of what you can see from here.
Can we not see up here to the north of the mountain in the middle?
No, you can't see that far.
Bummer.
So you walk up the trail to the vantage point. The trail looks like it has been little used lately, and it has begun to grow over. It stops at a rocky cliff, and now you can see miles to the east. So I've revealed some hexes, but your previous exploration has already made most of them known to you. To your northeast is a flat grassy plain with a river flowing through it and forking at the eastern edge of the hex. To your southeast is a forest, and directly to your south are some green grassy hills, and it looks like there's a tiny plume of smoke rising from one of the hills directly to your south.
Okay, so you call those green grassy hills.
Yeah, it says
Right?
yeah, they're brown on the map. I don't know why. It looks like a desert on the map. But
We
those
know
are,
they have a green color.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
like it's right there. It's right there.
Yep.
They can't do green without the blue of a river through it, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so there's a plume of smoke rising from that plain on top of one of the hills. Far to the east, you can barely make out that central mountain protruding from the clouds, standing alone in the middle of the valley. You can also see the weather beyond the valley. Snowstorms rage to the south and over the mountains to the west. But over Lost Mammoth Valley, the summer sun shines brightly. Every time you reach a vantage point like this, I'll reveal several hexes.
Cool.
And I guess we'll find out where you're going to go explore next in 2 weeks.
Woo.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening to Tales of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify, by following us on Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/The House of Bob. This show is possible due to all our patrons who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. You can also listen to the House of Bob podcast, which, unlike Tales of Bob, is not clean, but is a lot of fun, with campaigns in different systems such as D&D, Pathfinder, The Sprawl, Frontier Scum, and more. Art for this episode, audio production, and music are by Mike. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
I do like the idea of bringing back a bunch of griffin eggs so they can hatch and, pair a bond with all the kids. And then when we get all TPK'd, we just take over, we just start again with them as our little save points.
Mm-hmm.
Flying across the valley on griffins until the dragon eats us.
I mean, there's 5 eggs, so we're set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am feeling omelet.
Very large omelet.
Well, I mean, there are, I guess, kind of 4 of us, right? I don't know if Griffin can ride a griffin.
Sure.
We're going to have one big omelet and then bring 4 eggs back and say that's all there ever was.
Hey, so nobody told me why we're doing this anyway. Ivan is totally down with fighting whatever, but did Griffin do bad thing? What happened?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We came across this circle of stones.
We need to start the new recording. Don't get all into character yet. We need to start the recording for the episode.
I'm always in character.
I've kept on. I mean, I've kept my Audacity recording. Was I supposed to stop?
Well, it's just that I need to say, last time on Broken Tusk Rising and all that
sure.
good stuff.
You can move stuff around. with
No,
the magic of
I
editing.
gotta keep it all strictly in order.
That means my hero points back.
I can move stuff around, but let's make sure that Ashley's here for Aklep and
Also, good point. Whoops.
Oh, wait, did someone Pavel roll the damage for
Nope,
me?
Sorry. Yeah, I clicked on things because I thought that was going to give an explanation of what 3 bleed damage does. Uh-oh. Sorry about that.
Weird. I would have expected the same thing. I would have expected it to just tell you something, not roll it.
I feel skipped.
Oh, did I skip you? Oh, you're right, I did.
I feel skipped.
Aklep has the skipped condition. Yes, totally fine. Scared the crap out of me. She was just calling me to wish me happy birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Oh, that's
Thank
right.
you.
Sorry, we forgot.
yeah.
We forgot, or we
Mike-
didn't care.
Mike got me 17 hero points for my birthday. It was very nice of him.
Hey.
That's funny.
Minus 1 hero point.
Oh,
I forgot to give Sean his hero points, dang it.
Hey, please stop. But sorry, my dog is sniffing the microphone and I'm worried it's going to be a bunch of sounds.